Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the idealist and the perennialist philosophies in education. So before we begin, ask yourself, do the ends always justify the means when we're talking about our students' education? The philosophies of education come in different varieties. However, their uses are subjective in district schools and by the teacher. Because the philosophies differ in their ends and means, the uses adjust accordingly. So consider that one philosophy has both a positive and a negative effect on student learning outcomes. First, let's define idealism. Idealism can be defined as an educational philosophy focused on cognitive development and expand upon a student's ability to comprehend broad ideas that are widely accepted as truths. These accepted truths are absolute and universal. In school, students will explore and discover the truths. However, there is one major criticism concerning the idealist educational philosophy. Idealism's focus can unfortunately promote intellectual elitism between learners as well as educators. Idealism may have positives and negatives, but it's also a major influence to other philosophies, so let's keep going and find out. On that note, let's take a look at perennialism. The educational philosophy of perennialism combines ideas from both realism and idealism. Due to the idealist influence, instructors aim to help their students come to know and internalize universal ideas or truths, whereas the realist influence manifests in lessons that place emphasis on reasoning and growing intellectual skills. Drumroll please, and these combine to create perennialism, a philosophy that focuses on propagating ideas that have endured through time and are beneficial to the community. Remembering what we looked at earlier with idealism, it's important to remember that perennialism, unlike idealism, which teaches in stages or themes, focuses instead on teaching skills and ideas incrementally. The characteristics of a perennialist educator include a background in liberal education. They are the student's moral and intellectual role model. They enforce high standards, reference the classics, and they're aligned with community values. So what's the downside? Due to its influences, it can lean towards both intellectual elitism and development limited by its curriculum. Now that we've learned about both philosophies, let's return to our opening question. Do the ends justify the means? And ask yourself, which educational philosophy do you prefer?